What is happening, people? I am BA, back once again with another reaction in the Tales from the Crypt series. This one is episode 15 of season 2 and it is called Mute Witness to Murder. Never seen this shit before, no idea about anything. As always, without wasting any more of your time, let's check this shit out and see what is saying to it.
I just had quite a scare. I actually thought my heart was beating again.
It's like the reverse fear of death, the fear of life. I get that every day.
So the next time you stare into someone's window, remember, curiosity killed the cat.
Good advice. I fucking hate nosy neighbours.
If Paul's elevator had been 1 minute faster or slower, we never would have met.
It's a miracle.
It is.
It was definitely lucky.
Well, it's nice they're happy together. I'm sure nothing bad will happen to these two people very shortly. And it's nice to see a Tales from the Crypt episode opening not in an empty room, but a lively one. It's either one way or the other in Tales from the Crypt. There's never a moderately filled room in the opening scene. It's very specific.
Who are you? I don't care. Don't walk away from me like that. I don't care if you have a headache. Take a fucking aspirin for Christ's sake. This is important.
Jesus Christ, the woman across the street seems like a right cunt.
They've been out God knows how long, and you want to go home after 5 fucking minutes because you said everyone don't shush me. I don't think they're chattering. I had fun at that party. I wanted to.
I mean, to be fair, shushing someone is rude, but also screaming in someone's ear is not a good headache cure. So I'm kind of torn on that situation.
What kind of doctor are you? You're supposed to be able to communicate with people. God.
Wow. He's a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, apparently.
You're not gonna get away with this. I'm gonna sue you for every goddamn cent you've got.
Not what you want to be saying while a psychopathic person standing over your helpless body.
You and I'm just gonna.
I mean, I don't condone murder, but you can't talk about suing someone who's just bludgeoned you with a lamp.
Happy anniversary, sweetheart.
Kinda ruined the mood, the whole murder across the street.
Susie, what's the matter?
Hate it when that happens. You'd just be having fun with an acquaintance, you know, flirting a little bit, look out your window, someone's being stabbed to death across from you. Complete buzzkill.
It's alright. It's alright. Just take a deep breath. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. I'll get a doctor. I'll get a doctor and be back.
Oh fuck. He's gonna get the doctor from across the street, isn't he? Probably the last doctor she ever wants to see. Plus he's got a lot of cleaning up to do over there. Don't bother him while he's halfway through a bottle of bleach on his hands and knees. Oh, has she literally had her voice stolen?
Susie, I brought the doctor.
Sit down, Mrs. Hastings. Sit down on the couch where I can get a better look at you.
What a premise for an episode straight away. So she's witnessed the guy's murder, she's in such shock she's lost her voice and has then had the doctor who committed the murder called to her house to look after her. Tales from the Crypt, you son of a bitch.
Where did you say she was standing exactly when you found her in this state?
Up there, looking out on the balcony.
Wow. He gave her the most "you gon' die" stare I have ever seen in my life.
Hold your wife, Mr. Hastings. I need to give her something.
Susie, it's me, Paul. What is that? What are you giving her?
Just a mild sedative.
Yeah, looks it, mate.
We should run some tests as quickly as possible. We can take her to Long Hill.
I'm wondering if that injection was lethal to her or if she's gonna be alright. It looks like she didn't die. Which means the doctor's probably got an even more fucked up game plan for her.
You're in the hospital. We put you in the jacket so you couldn't hurt yourself. They just want to keep you overnight for observation.
Mr. Hastings, please sign here.
That hospital has a really high-tech sliding door. Where the fuck is this hospital located on a Starship Enterprise? I'm surprised they didn't just warp into the waiting room.
I assure you she's safe here with me. In the morning I'll run some tests and then we'll have a clearer idea of what is disturbing her.
It's hardly bringing her to the hospital for tests, confining her to a padded room overnight.
I got her! I got her! Susie!
Gently, please, Mr. Hastings. I'll take care of this.
Conceptually, this is so fucked up. She just wants to scream like this guy's a murderer, and even her husband's making her comply and have to hang about with this psycho. Okay, I wonder if those pills are going to be a little plot device.
Too much talking aggravates it terribly.
So, early prediction, by the end of the episode he's going to get his heart medication taken and have a fatal heart attack. We'll see.
You are, of course, in a sanatorium. The last grievous stop of the irretrievably insane.
Makes it sound so appealing.
Of which I am both director and chairman of the board.
She is so fucked.
Yes, I know, it does seem unfair, but that is what you get when you intrude so rudely into a neighbor's life.
I'm not sure if that's quite a fair thing to do.
I have no interest in defiling you. I try to keep that sort of thing to a minimum here at Long Hill.
Fucking hell.
Good night, Susan.
That is some bazooka-sized needle she's getting fired into her fucking thigh.
Not like the other ones.
I hope that nurse can tell that there's something going on with her.
I had never heard of anyone who went from sane to insane in the space of 5 minutes.
See, this woman knows what's going on. It's nice to see someone has clocked the strangeness of this whole scenario.
Well, what do you know about this doctor anyway?
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, a word to the wise from your big sister. Check him out. That's all I'm saying. If it were me, I'd leave no stone unturned. I'd make damn sure Susie was in the right hands.
What is this sensible character doing in a Tales from the Crypt episode? What logical universe did she quantum leap from?
We had our problems, but everybody has problems.
Of course you were happy.
Susie was always normal. As normal as you or me.
Ah, the doctor doesn't like the shouting because of his heart condition. The fact he had to mention those pills earlier and now we're getting a little callback to it makes me think this will definitely be how he meets his fate.
Mr. Hastings will be leaving now. I'll be back.
I mean, there are less creepy ways to appear as a professional doctor than to be in a completely blacked out room with only the light coming through the door emanating your dead eyes.
I understand, Doctor.
I feel like this nurse is gonna help. She's being portrayed as like a cold-hearted person, but maybe she's putting on that facade to appease the doctor. She seemed genuinely interested that the lady in the cell was not like the others.
I'll find out what happened. And you'll come back. You'll come home to me.
Yep, nothing like moping by a rainy window to solve all your problems.
Mr. Hastings, what can I do for you?
I want to see Susie.
Of course.
I take it back, he's actually taking some initiative now. Now strapped to a bed as well. I've got to say, they put insane people in these rooms, and I understand why. It's theoretically to stop them hurting themselves off of the solid walls. That being said, imagine you, yourself, as a non-insane person in that room. Would it not drive you fucking insane?
Someone called and I didn't hear it. Outside, you saw something outside. You saw something outside. You saw something, and that's why you can't talk. You saw something. What was it? Something terrible.
That doctor can't reload his syringe fast enough. He's like the John Wick of reloading syringes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you took a bit too long to twig onto everything going on there, mate.
Congratulations, Mr. Hastings. You'd be very good at charades if you weren't about to die.
This guy's an avid charades player when he's not murdering. In fact, Mr. Hastings, if you can beat me in a game of charades now, I'll let you go. But I warn you, I'm fucking good, Mr. Hastings. Absolutely wasteman attempt by the husband there to save the day. The nurse is definitely saving the day. There is no one left to save the day.
I've arranged to operate on you. Shall we say, a lobotomy?
I thought so. Full frontal lobotomy. What a prick. I refuse to accept she is going to be lobotomized by the end of this episode. This nurse is going to come in clutch, take away the heart medicine. The rest we all can figure out. Oh, is she getting her voice back? Yes. So I think she's gonna scream, and he's gonna ask for his heart pills, and the nurse is gonna take the pills away. Team effort. It's your big lobotomy day! This guy is actually playing a psychopath really well. He seems completely void of all human emotions. Yes. Did he just call her a snake? For trying to escape captivity, you fucking traitor. You rat. Oh, the heart. Here it comes.
Let's go. My pills. Get me.
So is it just because they spilled on the table then? Bit of a letdown. I wanted the nurse to come in crutch.
Please. Call desk. My pills.
Fuck off, mate. You call desk.
Please. My pills. Call desk.
Okay, no problem. Well, I can't seem to get through to desk, but I can get through to diddly fuck, mate.
Please, you can't just stand there. Just watch me.
100% can.
You deserve to die.
Murderer.
Like you.
Like you.
Look at him trying to get the moral high ground just as he passes away. Fuck off, mate. She didn't kill you. Your heart killed you. Leave her alone.
Mrs. Hastings. The patient in number 19. There's been a horrible accident.
Nice. Okay, and that was episode 15 of season 2 of Tales from the Crypt, Mute Witness to Murder. And I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. Well then, Mute Witness to Murder, which was episode 15. What did I think of that? Again, the premise was absolutely incredible. Amazing setup. A woman sees a murder on a balcony. The shock of the murder causes her to lose her voice. The husband calls the doctor. The doctor was the murderer, who now realises the woman who's now lost her voice saw what he did. Wow. I do not know how the writers come up with some of these setups. Structurally, they're so incredibly placed together. I'm constantly surprised by the way Tales from the Crypt decides to tell its stories and the originality in a lot of these stories. It is going through the Rolodex of great places to set horrors in, by the way. Like, again, another great place, an insane asylum. Just perfect for the tone of a horror. It was all lit in shadows and shit to add to the creepiness. The guy who played the doctor did an excellent job of just being like completely void of human emotion. I genuinely bought him as a psychopath in that performance. I can't remember even the name of the character that the actress played, but she did a great performance as the woman who'd lost her voice and was being controlled and shit like that. Got her revenge at the end, which I was happy to see. I expected the nurse to come back and play a helping hand in it, the way they were setting up that character. But apparently not. Apparently she was just a side character and things, so that sort of went nowhere, but there you go. The only reason I say that is, That's like so common in a major motion picture for people to pop up here and there. But because Tales from the Crypt tells its stories so confined and within a very specific structure in such a short time, I expect any character like that to pop up to be in some way important to the plot later on. Which she wasn't, but oi, these things happen. Also, it's like they wrote down on a piece of paper, like, what is the most innate human feels. Things like, you know, getting old, someone you love being distrustful, people only being around you for money, or greed consuming you. And this one is like a really basic human fear. It's just of having your voice taken away. In and of itself is creepy. But then they thought, okay, so what if you had your voice taken away in a situation where all you want to do is scream like, help, take me away from this person you assume is a nice person when they're not actually nice. It's a genius setup. In some ways, I'm actually quite shocked more of these episodes haven't been rewritten into major motion pictures, because some of these are perfect at the length they are. Others, I could see ways where, like for instance this episode, I could see ways where you could write this to extend it to a good hour and a half, and it'd be a really gripping horror movie. There's so many great stories in these old episodes. If a movie studio was smart, they should buy them in the hopes to create a cinematic universe of Tales from the Crypt. I could see that being very successful. So all in all, just another absolutely solid episode in Season 2. I rave about how solid Season 2 has been all the time, so I'm going to skip you that speech this episode, but just, yeah, another absolutely solid episode. This season is one of the best seasons of television ever in my opinion, just because of its variation, its guest stars, everything combined to me makes it one of the best series of any TV show of all time so far. And we're not even at the end yet. If you have liked this video, click like, subscribe, share this shit to people you think might appreciate it. Try and help build the channel a little bit. If there's anything you want to talk about, what you saw in the video, anything you want to discuss, or anything you want to see me react to in the future, comment down below. Click the little bell thing as well so you get notified as to when these come out. It's Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And also, I now have a Patreon. If you want to become a Patreon, you get access to polls which help you vote on what I'm going to be reacting to in the future. You get access to these reactions I put on YouTube weeks and weeks in advance. And you also get access to full-length versions of every single thing I react to on YouTube. The full-length versions are up on the Patreon. So check out the Patreon if you haven't. Consider becoming a member. It helps me out so much. And until next time, I have been BA. Peace.